Well, the Sunesis is an extremely easy ship to begin flying, and we've got what you need to be able to make some easy ISK. You're going to be able to make back the Sunesis in about an hour and a half when you fly this, and yes, this is alpha friendly for both missiles and drones, so if you want the best EVE guides, you came to the right place. Ladies and gentlemen, Loru here, digital advertiser, content creator, and EVE enjoyer. For the better part of 10 years now, the Sunesis, with the Praxis and the Gnosis, are special ships that have global bonuses. They do not increase with any levels. They are static. They are specifically special edition ships, and they are here to be able to be easily flown. They do not take any skills to fly. There's nothing in here. Spaceship Command 1. This ship, the hull can be flown day one. Indeed, this is something that is easy to fly and is easy to get into, and we've got the fit for you to be able to take this out into T1 Electrical Abyss. Yes, even as an alpha, you can take this out into T1 Abyss. Let's talk about it, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so first of all, let's show this up. We have some loot in our cargo here, so that's not exactly what it's going to look like. This is actually what it's going to look like. So for 32.5, let's call it 32 million ISK, you're going to be able to take out the Sunesis, but the Sunesis is going for 21 million ISK. Many of you have these lying around because of Capsuleer Day. They're absolutely free during these days, and they are there as part of a special event during Capsuleer Day. So if you don't have one of these, stock up on Capsuleer Day and let's get it going. So since the Sunesis has a global bonus to a bunch of different things, we're going to be focusing mainly on drones and missile DPS. The drones do the bulk of our DPS and missiles do the rest. If you want to swap these DPS modules out for missiles or for lasers or for whatever, for guns, what you could do is you could take this fit and with a little bit of tweaking, change it to whatever module you would like. So this is going to go in both our missile and drone playlist, despite being predominantly a drone ship, because you can decide what you would like. I like the drones for this. I think this is the right way to do this because they're easier to fit and they're easier to fight with. Okay, so this is what you need to be doing. I think drones are the proper way to do this. So we have a single laser here in the highs with the longest range ammo possible, just because we have the spare turret slots, right? You get 3 missile slots, 3 turret slots. We have the spare slot. It fit the ship, fine with me, but this is a throwaway. Make sure if you can't fit, don't fit this if you've sacrificed other stuff in this fit. So as far as tank goes, we have a medium clarity ward enduring shield booster. If your skills are too tight and you can't fit stuff, go back to the compact version and fit that instead. This will make it very easy to fit the rest of this. You do need to do medium focused shield boosters when you're flying to destroyers. We've seen this with the rest of our stuff, that if you try to use small boosters, it's not enough. It's not enough for a destroyer's level of tank. Make sure you use the medium one. Medium shield extender and the compact battery to stop the newts and get some tank. Afterburners, not a big micro warp drive fan in the Abyss. Not for me. No thanks. The combination of the cap battery, the capacitor flux coil, and the fact that we're going into electrical abyss with our filament is going to make you cap stable with everything on in the Abyss. Don't let this fool you. You are cap stable when you're inside of the electrical abyss. Okay, so our rigs are going to have thermal and core to field fence. Thermal because the trig mobs scare me and you have to be able to defend against them. You can fit this to EM instead to close that EM hole when you're in electrical abyss, but I like the thermals just because they freak me out. The drones. Bring acolytes. Make sure you follow what the damage says. See how these do lightning damage? They do EM. That's why, by the way, we have lasers, because this one does EM. You could fit railguns or something, but we wanted something that fits EM damage and get that DPS boost there, just like our Navy ammo coming in from these Arbalest launchers. So you can fit Tech 2s on this, but it'll be a bit tighter. I recommend the Arbalest, especially if you're an alpha or a newer player. So as far as ammo, you're going to be bringing the Calm Electricals. Yes, we're going into T1s, and bring some faction ammo. Don't do Tech 1 ammo, bring faction ammo. Much better, literally saves your life, worth the money. And bring some Dark Blood radio ammo because it is the longer range lasers. This ship's super fun. And I think when you get in and play it, you're going to have an awesome time. But why should I be the only one that flies the ship? Yes, this is 33-ish million ISK apiece, and 3 of you are going to be getting 3 of these ships complete with Abyss tags. We do these giveaways all the time. When we do this, try to give some value back to y'all. So here's how to enter into this giveaway. The first thing you have to do is subscribe to my YouTube. The bot's going to know. If you're not subbed, then you'll be disqualified. The second thing you have to do is put in the comments, put gimme that ship into the comments, type it in exactly as you see typed in on the screen right there. And the last thing, third thing you have to do is put your in-game name into that YouTube guide, into that YouTube video so that I know who the heck to send the contract to. Sub to the YouTube, put your in-game name, do the catchphrase, and we'll get your giveaway to you. Thank you, chat, for surpassing 35,000 subs. Thanks for the support. We're growing on Patreon. 8,000 on Patreon, 7,000 on Discord. Everything's growing. Thanks for that. Let's check out how the Sunesis does in space against some spicy mobs. Let's check it out in just a sec. T1 Electrical Abyss in the Sunesis, an alpha-friendly fit. Let's see about it. So, code my bio. That's it, baby. That's right. So, your alts have to move their own PI. My alts transport their own PI to one spot, and then I contract those to my other characters, and then they are the ones that actually haul stuff. So we do have, here we go, chat. T1s, we're starting strong. We've got the Despero Trooper coming in. We are going to go after the pacifiers first because they're very fast and they're going to be killed post-haste. Let's go after this loot cache because we're just going to be doing this quite a bit. We're going to be doing this quite a bit. We have to watch the drone health because the Skybreaker can do terrible stuff to us. It can zap us and hurt things. We're a little bit out of the range of our laser. Let's just try to see if this is working. Yeah, it's doing a little bit of damage to the pacifier, and our shield is taking tons of damage. What's hitting me for so much? Let's look. It is the Despero Trooper, baby, of course. Drone's taking a ton of damage. Let's keep hitting the pacifier. Let's hit the Despero Trooper, chat, just because I think this is the only thing we really can do. And let's just keep peppering this while we can. There's basically nothing that we can do here. We just have to try. We just have to keep throwing drones at this guy and hope that our drones don't get zapped. We can try to stay close to the pacifier, actually. I'm going to try to keep the pacifier at range, so that way the lightning hits the pacifier from the Despero Trooper. So we're overheating our shields here. I don't have any paste. That seems like it's a mistake. Nice! Nice, so stop overheating this now. Let's go towards the bioadaptive. Go towards the bioadaptive cache. Let's turn off this laser. Very, very cool. Stop overheating. I don't have any paste. So, hey, we did the Skybreaker room. We didn't lose any drones. We were still successful. Scary, but worked out. So I think what I should have done in that room was I should have gone after the Skybreaker first, and I should have tried to keep the pacifiers at range and let the damage that the Despero Troop was doing attack the other pacifiers. I think that's what that is. So that's what I'm doing. Scientio, it's good to see you, my friend. We're doing T1 Electrical Abyss with our stuff. Now here's a tip for y'all. You can move this to, I like to have, where's my extra? Let's do damaged. I keep a group that says damaged in it. That way, I don't have to lose the drone later. So now we call out 4 drones. Now it's these. So now these are good. We'll leave those there. We'll repair those after. So can Alpha use a T-tone drone? Yeah, they totally can. It takes a while to do, but they can. They can. And should you use Tech 1 drones on this? No. I don't think so. I don't want people to use the Sunesis with Tech 1 drones. It's not, they don't do near as much DPS. Not even close. I know you can do PI and Pochfin. I'm guessing your alliance owns customs offices. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. As a new bro, where can I do PI? You can do it in HiSec. If you have a custom spot that's charging 25%, it's because you're in an area where a corporation owns that customs office as well, and they're overcharging you. I can tell you that right now. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to go to a different area of HiSec that can not charge you as much. So we do have Vile Swarmers coming in, y'all. This is going to be a bit of a tank check, more than a bit of a tank check. Let's call this out. The Damaviks are coming. Let's start using the missiles on this. Here we go. Throw them out. There we go. Let's start going towards. These guys are going to get close to me very soon, so let's go right for the bioadaptive cache. Okay, I think we're doing all right, though, and we can actually use the laser on this Damavik as well. Any DPS you can use on these guys is cool. Is the laser on my head? Look. Boom, boom, boom. That's sick. Take that! Take that! Shoot him! Shoot him with the lasers! Excellent, chat. Well done. So we DPS these guys down. We keep hitting them. Where do you see customs office price? I think in the info. You can right-click it and see the info, I think. So there is also a skill that lowers HiSec NPC customs office. It's called Custom Code and Expertise. I'll warn you, though, it's only for NPCs. It's not for player-owned stations. So, come back. Damavik is hitting my guy here. Damavic's hitting my guy. So that one laser, as you can see, chat, is working. We're able to take out the bioadaptive and keep all of the DPS on this. Just bring back all of the drones because this is not helping me right now. Bring back every single drone. And then let's just orbit this in the center. That's good. Let's keep looking at this guy and let's call you out, call you out, call you out. I want to make sure I'm not calling out damage things. A little bit of damage coming in from the Damavic on my drones. That's fine. We just call them back super fast and then we keep this at range. So the damage group grows. We have 4 in here. We really want to be careful of the ones that have low armor. Like this one, we're not going to call it out again. So let's reload everything. No drones are in space and go to the next one. Cool. There's no skill for player taxes. Correct. Correct. There is for NPC. Option PI is great but risky. Yes. Yes. Especially now we have some, there's wars happening right now, ladies and gentlemen. There's some crazy wars. We have some FELTs. We're going to be heading the Lucid Escort first. And this also is going to be a bit of a tank check. I'm actually very intrigued to see how this is going to go. Let's go after the Escort first. I do believe that's the one that's going to either web me or newt me, something like that. It's got some kind of E-war. I don't remember what it is. It's a Lancer, Lucid Escort. Yeah, I'm not sure. We're going to see some E-war. It's going to hit with us. Within 12, 11, let's see. Escort also is going to go down much faster. Good. Hit this guy. The good news about missiles is cruisers take a ton of damage from missiles. They take a lot. Missing this guy completely. We're going to keep going towards this bioadaptive cache. I'm getting wrecking shots on the Sunesis. This was the problem with the Mamba, that because of its increased signature radius, it was taking increased damage from things like the FELTs, but that you basically have to use a medium shield extender as your heal when you're doing a destroyer tier abyss. You basically have to, you're forced to, because of the damage that you take, because your sig radius, you just take a ton more than the frigates do. So we're just going to be stationary here for just a sec while we get this loot. Loot it up and start this going. Excellent stuff. So this was, we did the hardest room, the Skybreaker room. So we're probably going to feature this one because people ask all the time about Skybreakers, especially the newer players talk about the Skybreakers a ton. So this was a T1 Abyss complete in this Sunesis sub 7. That's pretty awesome. We only really had one problem, that was the Skybreaker room. Now, what happens if your drones get damaged? What happens if they get damaged? We're going to go back to a station and we are going to repair our thing and call it a day. So let's say, let's open up our trusty Abyss tracker. Open up our trusty, wait for the night. I mean, yeah. Just got to be careful, right? Honestly, I think the Skybreaker Despero is the crazier one. Destroyers have 3.5 median, okay? And let's say we were doing sub 7. So we were doing 8 an hour, but let's say this is alpha and they're doing stuff much slower. Let's say they're only doing 6.5 an hour. Let's reduce it by 2 runs. And then if we take 6.5 runs an hour and we do, what was it again? I actually forgot what it was. Let me open this back up. It's in T1s, the destroyer median is 3.5. So times 3.5. 22 million ISK an hour, 23. And that's if you're really bad skills, really moving slow. That's pretty awesome. For a ship that the base fit is like 30 million ISK, you can essentially pay this back in an hour. And because of the lower skill requirements of the Sunesis, this is going to go well with the newbros. Chat, we're going to keep on featuring off-meta interesting ships like this for our alpha missile and indeed drone abyss series. And if you want those playlists, check right here. And if you want the best Ave guides, make sure you sub right here. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks.